everybody, welcome to another podcast and YouTube episode. So today I actually going to be completely honest with you. I've done no planning whatsoever for this. I just had like an intuition to just come and talk. So here I am talking. This episode is about self-sabotage, which is something I know all too much about, and I work on this every day and I'm improving every day. So I wanted to share what I've learned with you guys to see if it will help you. So what is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is becoming successful or improving at something that you really, really want in your heart, but then you're doing something yourself, most often without realising it, to stop you from achieving the thing that you're on the way to achieve because you're scared of success or because you're just scared of failure. A nice example is a thermostat in your house, right? Or say you've got a fancy air conditioning unit that does your thermostat and it keeps your room or your house at that temperature what you've set it at. So let's say you've put your house at a comfortable 20 degrees, and then if your house gets too cold, someone leaves a door open or whatever, your thermostat will work hard, the heating will kick in and it will bring the temperature back up to the nice comfortable 20 degrees. And the same works for the other way. If you've got an aircon unit included in this thermostat, if your house gets too hot, then the thermostat or the air conditioning unit will come on and it will bring the temperature back down to a comfortable 20 degrees again. And the reason I'm telling you this is because we do this in our lives. So an example, if you're a salesperson, let's say, and you've got you have a set kind of sales that you usually do and you average out, and then this is how much money you earn each month, for example. If you had a month or 3 weeks where you did no sales at all and you were really struggling and you were really worried about meeting your sales target, you would do extra work or something would happen to bring your sales target back up to what you usually do. And unfortunately, it also happens the other way. So if you're out there making all these amazing sales and really, really being successful, and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, how long does that last? Because more often than not, because your comfort zone is calling you, your sales the next month will come back down to your comfort zone again. So you've got this comfort zone that we like to stay in. And like I said at the beginning of this, I know all too well what a comfort zone is. Take my past, for example. I was in an extremely physical, abusive relationship for 6 years, and mentally, because it all comes with it. And I left that person at one point in the middle of those 6 years, and then I went back to him. And people look at domestic violence victims and say, well, they're stupid, why do they stay with that person? And because I've been there, I understand exactly why. Because one reason is they're scared to death of this person, and they actually are staying in their comfort zone and they're scared of leaving, because even though it sounds strange, we like, as human beings, familiarity. Is that the right? Familiarity. Yeah. We like to be comfortable. And comfortable doesn't necessarily mean happy. It just means you know your environment. You know what to expect. You know the best parts of it. You know the worst parts of it. You're in your comfort zone. Like I keep saying, that magic word, comfort zone. So I went back to this person. And people don't leave abusive relationships because that's all they know. And even though they're promised happiness away from that relationship, they're scared to make that step into the unknown. And that happens with everything in life. So if you want to start a new business, say if you want to start a new business, which will mean leaving your financial security, your inner bitch is going to pop along again. And your inner bitch is very closely linked to what you believe, and all the negative thoughts will come in, and and you'll be thinking, well, I can't leave my business, I can't leave my employment, because if I start my new business, what if I don't earn money for a year? How am I going to pay the bills? And all of this stuff. And yes, we do need a plan in place with anything in life, whether that's weight loss, whether that's to get fit at a gym, whether that's to start a new business, or whatever it may be. You need a plan, but nothing good or extraordinary happens within your comfort zone. So we need to get comfortable at being uncomfortable, which sounds contradicting, but I'm getting more and more comfortable at being uncomfortable, because amazing things happen when that happens. You just have to push yourself and have faith in yourself, and or the universe, Buddha, Allah, God, whichever you want to believe. If you want to know more about that, then look at my previous episode about the law of attraction, because something is helping us along the way. It really is, but we need to make that move to get there. And your limited mindset can block you from achieving your goals and the things you want to achieve. So let me give you an example of, I think I've said this before in one of my previous episodes. We're born as a beautiful baby, and we have no fear, and we have all the love for ourselves and all the love for everybody else. We express our emotions. Everyone knows when a baby is happy or sad or annoyed, because the baby just expresses their emotions and lets go, right? So also when a baby's born, people tend to look at the baby and say, oh, what a miracle, what a beautiful, perfect little miracle. Well, I agree, but we were also that baby. So why are we still not miracles now just because we're adults? We are, and we can do anything we want. We've just got to believe it. And our beliefs come from stories or limiting beliefs that people have passed down to us. So your parents, for example, even how you eat at the table or how you communicate to people, your parents would have taught you that, and then their parents would have taught them, and then their parents would have taught their parents. So you believe things that are passed down from generation to generation, but who says that that is the truth for you? Because the truth for you is anything that you want to believe. So the whole world is an illusion, actually, because we can all be looking at the same garden or the same person, but every single person will have a different feeling or a different view towards the same thing. And one of my favourite sayings is, when you change on the inside, everything outside changes. And it's so true. And that's why the whole world is an illusion, and is an illusion depending on where you are in your thoughts and with your mindset. And as an adult, we can challenge our limiting beliefs if they're no longer serving us. This is the most hardest thing to do, because it involves getting out of your comfort zone, challenging your inner bitch that likes to come along, and it's really uncomfortable and can feel difficult. But if we want to grow as people, we have to turn our internal thermostat up, so it's constantly at hotter degrees, and not let it keep going back to our comfort zone. That's the only way we can grow and really, really, truly reach our goals. And with regards to self-sabotaging, I've actually got them written down here. I wrote down a few things that I, until recently, believed about myself. So I'm scared of failing because I don't believe in myself. I'm scared of making the wrong decision, so I second guess myself. And I'm scared of not being enough, so I seek external validation. And these negative beliefs inside of me have come from past experiences, past conditioning. One, for example, my grandma always used to tell me that my legs were like tree trunks. So I believed that. And now I replaced that belief a long time ago that my legs are not like tree trunks. My legs are strong and shapely from all the gym training, and they allow me to run marathons and do obstacle runs, and they allow me to walk and see the beautiful world. So we can replace our beliefs. So the beliefs I just read to you then were my limiting old beliefs, my new beliefs that I say in the mirror every single day to myself. I look into my eyes, which seems a bit strange, but mirror work, guys, it's so powerful. So please try this. And I would say to myself, I have strong self-belief. I am accepted and I am loved exactly the way I am. And I have strong intuition to rely on. And I am enough always. I love myself, I am enough, and I can have, do and be anything I want. And so can you. And it really is limiting beliefs that stop us from moving forward towards our goals and our dreams. If we were children again and we were so relentless that we just did not give up with something that we really, really wanted. Think back to a time when you were a child, when you really wanted something, whether it's some sweets or a dog or a new bike or whatever. You would do every single thing in your power to get this thing. And I bet you got it as well. Or if you didn't get it, you did everything that you could in order to make sure you did get it. So as adults, we don't do those things anymore because we're stuck in our ways. We're in this nice little comfort zone that we don't want to leave because it involves us being uncomfortable. And it also takes a bit of work and effort, and it's scary because we don't know what's going to happen. But write down for yourself now, what is stopping you from achieving your goals and dreams. So write down your goal. If you have goals and if you've been working towards goals, there must be something, even if you've not planned it, that you know that you want and you've been subconsciously trying to work towards. Write that down, and then write down your self-sabotaging actions that you may not be aware of until you're being consciously aware of them now. Write them down and then look at how they're stopping you moving forward. So for example, if you're on a health kick and you're trying to make healthy choices, I'm not about dieting or restricting or being unhappy and stressed whilst you're achieving your health goals. But let's say one of your health habits is to go to the gym every night after work. And you just know that after work, you're just never going to feel like going to the gym. And it might be actually easier if you went in the morning instead, but you don't really want to get up because you're not a morning person. Well, you're standing in your own way of reaching your goals right now because you're not making the effort and you're not being uncomfortable enough to get up early before work, or having a word with yourself and just saying, do you know what, I'm just going to go to the gym after work, I'll feel better after I've done it, and then just doing it. Or it may be something else that you're scared of. Maybe it can be even, say if you're classed as the overweight funny friend, a deep belief that you have may be the fact that if you changed your identity into this fit, healthy person, which is a vision you have, if you changed into this person, then who will you be? Because you're not the same person anymore. And will you lose friends? Will you lose your partner? Things get a lot bigger. If you're really stopping yourself from doing something, but you tell yourself you really want that, you need to dig deeper and find out what is stopping you from achieving that, and why and what are you doing to self-sabotage. So that's when you need to be asking for support, help and guidance if you can't work it out for yourself. And that I'm always here for you, you know that. Or ask a friend who you admire, who is in a situation where you would like to be, or get help. We can't do this on our own all the time, but there will be a reason why you're self-sabotaging. It's very hard to come out of your comfort zone because your identity, for example, I give myself as an example again, when I was obsessed with the gym and my body image, I had all these rock solid steel abs and the toned arms and the small waist and all of this stuff which is society's ideal. I wasn't happy inside here because I didn't love myself. I just loved the external validation that I received because my belief from my childhood, due to me being popular in school, which that sounds nice and it may sound like I'm being big-headed, but it's the truth. From me being popular in school everywhere because of how I looked, because children tend to copy society and the media and the messages that we're getting, I then gave all my value as a person and as a human being to how I looked externally, because I got all this external attention. So my self-worth was connected to how I looked. That's all I knew, and that's what I believed. So as an adult, when I wasn't what I thought was nice to look at, I had issues because I didn't believe in myself unless I looked a certain way. So when I was obsessed and I was at the gym and I had all the six-pack and everything, I was like that because I needed to feel loved, because I didn't love myself and I didn't value who I was. And my belief and my identity was attached to this perfect, as close to perfect as I could be, looking person. So my identity was this fit person. So when I had that identity taken off me because I didn't love myself, I used to use food to cover up emotions and binge eat. I couldn't keep that physique or that body. When I lost my identity, I lost who I was, which I'm grateful for, because I wouldn't be talking to you right now if that hadn't happened, because I had to hit my rock bottom to find a way to move forward, and here I am now. And all of that was uncomfortable as hell, I'm telling you, but I wouldn't change it. So write down where you're self-sabotaging and get help, become aware, make a plan around it. And if you're still not moving forward, now you've become aware and made a plan to overcome your own self-sabotage, you need to dig deeper and find out what is really stopping you from achieving your goals. But as adults, the beauty is, no matter what we've had gone on in the past, everyone has a past. Some people's pasts are, you can't bear thinking about, they're horrific, and it does affect people, but we are in control of our life and we can decide how we want to move forward. We can decide to be in victim mode our whole lives and do, yes, but this happened, or yes, but this, or what about this? But no but, it's your life. You can decide what you want and only you have the power to make that happen. So it's all about what you believe inside your heart, what you believe about yourself, how you think is everything. So if you need help, I'm here for you as always. You can have, do and be anything you want. Go out there and shine, and you are enough exactly the way you are, and I'll see you next time.